So Safemoon is changing. There's a lot of things that are happening probably in the back end. So I want to show you some couple of things I already saw that just really amazed me that Safemoon are actually doing right now, that shows you that they are growing, they are changing, and they are taking this a lot more serious than before. But before we start, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Right now we're at 31,000 subscribers. Let's go to that 32,000 number. Without you guys, the channel just wouldn't even exist. So thank you so much for watching. Let's all together go to the moon. So here we are, core market cap. As you see, the market cap for Safe right now is at $900 million. So we did go down still here. We are still stabilizing. We're just not ready yet. We still don't know what's gonna happen here. I did see like a little bit of decrease, but we're gonna talk about that later on. You see here the volume has been losing, so 8 million volume right now, 68% down still. So the volume is super low right now. That's the biggest problem with Safemoon, but I do understand why, because Safemoon, it just incentivizes you to hold and buy the dips, and that's it. Now what's gonna happen here to Safemoon? We have to check it out. We're gonna do some price analysis later on, but we have a lot of updates here. We have a huge post here. I do want to read through the whole post because it is really important. So let's begin. The Great Reset. It's time for a reboot. John or Thomas, hear me out. This is directly for you. Less is more, fellas. Can we tone it down some? If I never saw an owl again, I'd be fine. It's time for a reset. I want us to be taken seriously. The last AMA was spot on. You nailed it. I'm tired of all the overhyping that leads to disappointment. This is what's been happening to Safemoon in the past, because Safemoon has been hyping up things, and the problem is it just leads to a lot of disappointment when you do overhyping. And the thing is, the Safemoon community is so huge that things you escalate quickly. Like even if it's a small thing, we do like to magnify it and just make it into a huge thing, even if it's not. So, which leads to a huge sell-off. Just start hitting people in the face with releases out of nowhere with a subtle announcement as the product is being rolled out with some little caption like Safemoon Exchange now live. Know what kind of frenzy that would cause. You'd cause FOMO rather than FUD for once. We got to scrap the old playbook. It's time for a change, saying that the wallet is coming soon for the past month or whatever it was did nothing but harm us and create unrealistic expectations that could never be lived up to. Less is more, boys. Going forward, this has got to be the way. Short, sweet, and direct to the point. The cryptic messages have to go. This is exactly my point here. They lead to nowhere except unrealistic assumptions that could have never come to fruition. If we are to be taken seriously, we have to stop acting like a pump and dump meme token. Try it just once. Don't even say anything about the next release or project until it's being rolled out that day. Mark my words, it will cause an absolute feeding frenzy, especially if it's truly revolutionary like you always talked about everything being. Fear of missing out. How do you create that? By making people feel like they are behind the 8 ball and are about to miss their shot if they don't buy now or right that second. By seeing something like an exchange drop out of thin air, as I blew it, I have to get it right this second. Not by hearing the same thing for weeks and weeks and weeks in a row, then nothing happens. You drop a product that wasn't hyped into oblivion, people will be begging you to take their money. Twitter version 2 should fix this, hopefully. Yes, hopefully they have a new team now that's going to do some marketing, some promotions, and not overhype things in the future. So please listen to this person. He's giving valuable points here. This is what I think the Safemoon really needs to do. No cryptic messages, the straightforward information. Drop things when they're done, not when you're still working on it. And that's it. You can maybe just say it's like 20% done, 30% done, something like that. And maybe it's even done more than 30% or 20%. When you just surprise people releasing a lot earlier than people thought, that's gonna just amaze a lot more people. So hopefully they change the way they do things. If we go here to their Twitter, it says here, we hear you, welcome to Twitter version 2. So it looks like something is happening here to Twitter. So space helmet, and that's it. So Twitter helmet, pretty cool to see this animation. But if you do continue, it says here, if you missed yesterday's announcement, the Safe wallet is progressing, has been resubmitted for Google Play. So if you didn't know, they already set it for resubmission to the Android store. Hopefully everything's going to be okay. The app here will be public pretty soon, in the next couple of days. So awesome things are happening. They are doing good things, like the Android already done. The iOS is going to be the next one they need to do. But let's continue. We need to talk about a lot of things here. So first thing first, we got a meme here saying why Hank was fired. 7.6 thousand likes. This is a top post. It's so awesome. It's so funny. It says here John promoting the Safemoon wallet. You can just see here how detailed this horse is. Super detailed. Hank's actual wallet. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, lol, this was actually funny. Yes, this is basically one of the top most upvoted posts on Safe right now. It's just insane to see. But let's continue. It was just for laughs, but we have updates here. So Safemoon Hound continuing here saying broke the mold with the community beta test app, 0 to app submission in less than 5 months of dev for an emerging tech product, built our own multi-chain web swap, built our own LP pool as a provider, and built our own swap on the app basically on Android. So you have to understand something. Why did it take such a long time for Safemoon to make a Safemoon swap? It's because mostly what other coins they do, how can meme coins make it like a day or two or like even a month? Because basically they're using the infrastructure from PancakeSwap or other swaps and just implementing it on their website or on their apps. But Safemoon made it from the zero. It made it from scratch. This is why it did take it a lot longer. Why is it a lot better to make it from scratch? It's because you have a lot more control with it. You can do whatever you want with it. You can change the stats, change whatever you want, change the fees. And this is why it's super important that they did make their own swap, of course. Now it says here they build their own LP. That's also really important because they are the providers. They're the ones who are going to put the funds into the LP so people will be able to swap in the future. So awesome to see what's been happening here, that they are making a lot of things from scratch. Like I believe like the app is also from scratch. The exchange and the blockchain, I don't really know. I think the exchange won't be from scratch, but the blockchain we're going to see. Pop is probably working on the blockchain or maybe even the exchange, but yeah. Still, good things are happening here. This is what I want to talk about. It just shows you how Safemoon changed. So what does this mean? It's about the Twitter post. We hear you, welcome to Twitter version 2. Now, in general, what would happen here is that before, in the past, a lot of people will just try to find out, what does this mean? Are they gonna change? Is something big happening? Are we gonna have like a huge release? Like what is changing? What is happening here? What is Safemoon planning? Like that would be like in the past, like people would just ask those questions. People would make theories of what would happen to Safemoon, but there's something different this time that happened. In the comments here, you have it says here the Safemoon Reddit community manager, just saying happy to help here. It simply means a new team is now handling Twitter. Nothing more, nothing less. All of the future FUD that could have happened from this picture is now destroyed because that's it. We just got the answer. There's nothing more and there's nothing less. Basically, a new Twitter team is on the Safemoon Twitter right now. They're going to post here. They're going to give us more information about Safemoon, about launch dates. So basically, that's just it. It's so much better, and you have a mod to clarify you what is happening here, what's the real purpose of the post, than for us to speculate. Because what happened in the past is Safemoon was giving us like some kind of riddles, some pictures and everything, and that was cool. It is interesting. It is super cool, super interesting to do something like that. Problem is, when you have something like that, people have some speculations, they have some dates in their heads, and when those expectations that they built up in their heads isn't matched with reality, they start to FUD, they start to sell, they start to just leave Safemoon. And that was the biggest problem with the way the Safemoon was doing their marketing. And now they totally stopped it because they finally realized that's a really bad way to do things. Now, hopefully they're gonna change the way they do things and just release things as they want to, and that's it. So with just clear information. Like I said, the last AMA was one of the best AMAs they could have done, and it's just amazing. We need more kind of things like that. Straightforward answers, not trickery or mystery. Of course, we're gonna need some mystery because the competition Safemoon has, they don't really need to know what's happening at the back end, but at least like the main things, the main topics, we need to know it. Like, we need to know it. If actually they want people to stay in Safemoon, just hold for a pretty long time. So yeah, that just shows you Safemoon's growth, and it's happening. It really is happening, that Safemoon is changing and the good things are is happening to Safemoon. I just want to go through the recap here just a little bit, saying about the last MA, saying company restructuring. John is unable to explain to the community in detail on why Jack and Hank have left because of labor laws. He did, however, state that not meeting internal deadlines was part of the reason for the company restructuring. He also confirmed that they have been in process of restructuring for over a month now, and that they are at the tail end of that process now. Ryan stated Rockstar teams are being built. He expressed that the current dev team is very passionate and efficient. There are some very bright minds, John and Ryan added. Restructuring a company is completely normal, especially in the first 2 years, but it's typically private. John let the community know that they are in the interview process and have a short list put together for both the CTO and the COO position. They will be hiring people with much more crypto knowledge and experience for both positions. They also want to ensure that they hire someone who is good fit for Safemoon's work culture. Thomas stated that he is full of confidence in regarding our positive CTO and CEO applications. So this is the part of the MA I want to really talk about. So everything is changing. The team here is changing, and this is just really good because in the past, bad things were happening, deadlines were missed, FUD was created. So that means they need to grow, they need to change. And when you add professional people to this mix, I think it should equate to something huge happening to Safemoon. A real company being built, not friends working together, but a huge and serious company being worked, and all of us just growing with Safemoon. And hopefully this will happen. We just have a final message here from Papa, so let's go, let's read it. So at the end of the day, I'm always going to be the wizard no matter what my title is here. So as far as my role and everything like that, right now I'm the CBO, Chief Blockchain Officer. That may change in the future, but it doesn't at all mean that I'm leaving. Always gonna support, always gonna be building here. So in the end, I'm not leaving. So when you hear it, you don't hear it from me. Thomas Safemoon CBO, aka the Wizard. So Thomas is here to stay. He's not gonna leave. He's gonna be here for the long run to make more apps for Safemoon and the blockchain, of course. So yeah, good things are happening to Safemoon, things are changing, and we're looking to the light finally. We're in such a dark tunnel for the last couple of months here. We're building from scratch, and we're building a new team here that's going to make things a lot better, hopefully. But in the end, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. If you do want to invest into these coins, please do your own research first. If you did enjoy this video, it means so much to me if you can like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video.